Imagine being transported to a completely different planet where the rules of gravity don't apply, and you suddenly have superhuman strength. That's exactly what happens to John Carter, a war-weary ex-soldier who mysteriously finds himself on Mars, or as the locals call it, Barsoom. John Carter, 2012, is an epic sci-fi adventure that transports audiences to a strange and dangerous new world, Mars, or as the inhabitants call it, Barsoom. The story begins with John Carter, a former Confederate soldier, who's tired of war and just wants to leave his violent past behind. He's now living in the Wild West, searching for gold in the Arizona territory. But everything changes when he stumbles upon a cave filled with strange markings and a mysterious being who attacks him. During the fight, Carter grabs the being's medallion, which immediately transports him to a new, unknown world, Mars. When Carter arrives on Mars, things get weird fast. He notices something strange about his body. He can leap incredible distances and has superhuman strength, thanks to the planet's lower gravity. This newfound power sets the stage for his journey. But before he has time to figure out what's happening, he's captured by a group of towering, green-skinned aliens known as the Tharks. The Tharks are a fierce warrior race, and their leader, Tarkas, is intrigued by Carter's abilities. The Tharks keep him as a prisoner, but soon Carter realizes that he's landed in the middle of a much larger conflict between two warring human-like factions on the planet. Mars, or Barsoom, is in chaos. On one side, we have the city of Helium, a peaceful and advanced civilization led by the noble princess Thorys. On the other side is Zodanga, a brutal, warlike city ruled by Thern, who has gained control of a powerful weapon from a shadowy group known as the Therns. The Therns, a mysterious and manipulative race, are pulling the strings behind the scenes, using advanced technology to influence events on Barsoom. Thern, with the Therns' help, is poised to conquer all of Barsoom, and Thorys knows that her people are on the brink of destruction. Deja escapes from Zodanga, desperately seeking help to save her city, and this is where her path crosses with John Carter. She immediately recognizes Carter's potential. His superhuman abilities could be the key to turning the tide of war. But Carter, still mourning the loss of his family back on Earth, wants no part of it. He's tired of fighting. Yet as he gets to know Deja and learns more about the conflict tearing Barsoom apart, Carter begins to realize that this planet needs him. He's found himself in a place where he can make a difference and perhaps even find redemption for the pain he's been carrying. The relationship between Carter and Deja Thoris is a central part of the story. Deja is not your typical damsel in distress. She's a brilliant scientist and a skilled warrior in her own right. As they grow closer, Carter becomes emotionally invested in her cause, and Deja sees the good in him, even when he doubts himself. Meanwhile, Sabtan is tightening his grip on Barsoom. He believes that his marriage to Deja will unite the planet under his rule. But it's clear that peace is the last thing on his mind. Sabtan's true ambition is total control, and with the powerful weapon given to him by the Therns, he's nearly unstoppable. As Carter's adventure unfolds, he learns more about the Therns and their true role in Barsoom's history. They're not gods, as some believe, but manipulators who have been controlling the rise and fall of civilizations for centuries, hopping from planet to planet and sowing chaos wherever they go. Carter's arrival disrupts their plans, and they see him as a threat that needs to be eliminated. With the fate of Barsoom hanging in the balance, Carter joins forces with Deja, Tarkas, and the Tharks. The stage is set for an epic final battle between Helium and Zodanga. The action scenes are spectacular, with massive aerial battles, Carter's superhuman feats, and the incredible landscapes of Mars creating a visually stunning climax. In the heat of battle, Carter faces off against Sabtan in a fight that will decide the future of Barsoom. But the real power struggle is happening behind the scenes, as Carter confronts the Therns and their manipulation of the planet's destiny. In the end, Carter helps to overthrow Sabtan, freeing Barsoom from the tyranny of Zodanga and the influence of the Therns. He and Deja Thoris are victorious, and they share a moment of triumph as Barsoom's future looks brighter than ever. Carter finally feels like he's found a home and a purpose on this distant world. But just when it seems like everything is resolved, the Therns make a final move. They trick Carter into returning to Earth, leaving Deja behind. Back on Earth, Carter is determined to find his way back to Mars. He spends years searching for another way to return to Barsoom and to Deja, leaving behind a journal that his nephew, Edgar Rice Burroughs, discovers. In a clever twist, the movie ends with Burroughs learning that Carter has indeed found a way to return to Mars, leaving the door open for future adventures. And there you have it, our recap of John Carter. What did you think of the movie? Did it transport you to the red sands of Barsoom, or did it leave you grounded on Earth? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe,